Welcome to Deep Astro Universe. Today in this video I'll be talking about the three lagnas Libra, Scorpio and Sagittarius. How will be your January 2025? So if I begin with Libra ascendant, your lagna lord is not just your lagna lord but even 8th house lord. So being the lagna lord, it's transiting in the Aquarius sign with Saturn in the 5th house. This shows that your concentration this month will be focused towards your education, intelligence, creativity, your children, and maybe your relationship. But because it is your 8th house lord, all those people who are really interested in doing some research work, either in your bachelor's or your education or your creativity, this is the right time to do that. The one who are involved into any kind of research work or even any subject like occult science, tarot reading, numerology, all these subjects, there also you can do really amazing. It's a good time for mantra sadhana. And all those people who even are looking for a career related to banking, finance, or anything to do with trading, data science, data analysts, these all looks favorable for this month. But mind it, this will disturb your relationship. The transit of Venus in the fifth house might disturb your relationship. So you have to be aware of it. And because fifth house Lord and first house Lord are conjunct together in the fifth house, this is a great time to intuit your future. It's a good time to use your intellect. It's good time for using your intuitions for molding your future. Now, Saturn being the lord of your fourth and fifth house in the fifth house, it's really good time for education. Seriously, you can work hard and get good marks. It's even good time for your home life and for your children. One can buy any property or vehicle. One can get a good position and status at this time because Saturn is not just your Kendra house lord, but even it's your Trikona house lord. It's a Yog Karak. So you can utilize this time for a lot of things. It can give you a hereditary position in, government position. So, moreover, even Rahu is talking about some success in your materialistic life because Rahu in the sixth house gives a lot of materialistic success and even win over any competition, enemies. All these situations can happen because Rahu is currently transiting in your sixth house, Ketu in the 12th house. So Ketu will make you quite a bit, very spiritual kind of someone who is very charitable and spiritual. If I look into Jupiter, Jupiter is currently retrograde in the eighth house, giving Cheshtabal. So whenever Jupiter is there in the eighth house, it talks about lot many things, especially related to research. These people really work hard in the subjects of research. It's a time for expansion in your family and wealth. Even through inheritance, you can gain something. You can invest your money. But mind it, some expenditures could be there for your comforts because ultimately Jupiter is aspecting your 12th house and 4th house. Now, Jupiter, because it's retrograde, this shows you will have to do some repetitive efforts regarding your family life, especially if you are married with in laws, with your family, you know, spouse's family. Now, if I talk about Mercury, Mercury is will be there in the Sagittarius sign from 4th January till 24th January. So here it will be conjunct with Sun, making Buddhaditya Yoga in the third house. Buddhaditya Yoga in the third house is really, really amazing. I've seen this combination happening in the third house, giving a lot of good results for all those people who want to initiate something through their hard work or want to win over any competition because every competition can be only win if you are working really hard towards that. So this will give you a willpower to overcome all the negative situations. But mind it, because Mercury being the lord of your ninth and 12th house, when it will transit in the Sagittarius sign, if the Mahadasha Antapatintar Dasha is of Mercury, it means you are going to travel. You are going to take travels and with expenditures for increasing your horizons for your desire fulfillment. Maybe you take some skill development, or some certification. Later, Sun will enter Capricorn sign on 14 January, while Mercury will enter Capricorn sign on 24th January. So together also they will form Buddhaditya Yoga from 24th January later. This is another amazing time for you all, because then it means maybe you change your place, you go from your hometown to some other place, you have to travel, or you feel distracted in your home also. There's a huge chance that you buy something for your home. You might start doing trading or export import, these kind of things, or work from home like situation can also happen. Mars, being the lord of your seventh house and second house, becomes Marrakesh, and it is currently debilitated and retrograde in your 10th house. This means this Mars will definitely give you some positive impact. Mars, being debilitated plus retrograde, behaves more so ever like an exalted Mars. So, sitting in the 10th house, giving aspect on the fourth house, and giving aspect on the fifth house, Saturn, Venus, and giving aspect, fourth aspect on the first house. This means this Mars is helping you out in lot many areas, not just your career, change in profession, or some kind of property vehicle. You can invest your money over there in real estate trading, or even you can invest your money in any kind of property vehicle, and you will be very energetic at this time, very very powerful. You feel to win over a lot of competitions. You want to win over a lot of deadly situations where you were stuck earlier. Now you want to show your position to the world. So this is the time this Mars will help you over there, and Mars later will enter the Gemini sign on 21st January. It will be retrograde over there. Still, it is a good time for all those people who want to get married. Whenever seventh house, ninth house, second house are making combination, this is good time for marriage. You can get married at this time. Okay, so eventually this whole month is really good for marriage, really good for childbirth, for a profession, and even for your wealth, because ultimately there are a lot of sources that are coming your way to increase your wealth. Ultimately Jupiter is giving its direction to second house, expansion in your family and wealth. Okay, but with some expenditures for your comfort too. So maybe you get inheritance, and your interest is definitely towards occult science or research related areas, wherever R&D is involved. And you will definitely do some mantra sadhana and puja at this time. So all the best to Libra Lagna. Happy New Year to you all. Now I will talk about Scorpio Lagna. For Scorpio Lagna, your Lagna Lord Mars, which is also your sixth house Lord, is currently transiting from the ninth house, where it is debilitated plus retrograde. So debilitated plus retrograde, as per our shastras, it is said that it behaves like exalted Mars. So here it will give you a lot of good opportunities. Your luck will favor. Your boss's authorities will favor. Your father will favor. For all the areas of your life, especially it's a very good time for winning over any competition. If you were facing going through any litigation or court case, there also you will win. Your father will also win if he was stuck in some court case litigation. If you were stuck in some loan related issues, or your father was stuck in those loan related issues, you or him will definitely come out of it. But mind it, because the sixth house lord is going in the ninth house, it's not good time for your father's health. Okay, so ultimately Mars being naturally malefic, so it will definitely affect your father's health, and you might have some bit of clashes with him, but still or with authorities, but still it's highly favorable for you. Your luck will favor anything, any kind of change you wish to bring in your life, or you wanted to go to some other place for higher education, or even for your career, or you wanted to win over any competition. So these are the good times which I see for you. So enjoy that time. Now, if I talk about Mercury, Mercury will remain in the Sagittarius sign from 4th January till 24th January, along with Sun in the Sagittarius sign, making Buddhaditya Yoga. Second house Buddhaditya Yoga is really, really amazing because it's the 10th house Lord transiting in the second house till 14th January. And along with that, Mercury, which is lord of your 8th and 11th, definitely it's time for materialistic success, wealth success, a career. Who want to make career in banking and finance, they can find really amazing to get a new job opportunity. All those people, because ultimately Mercury is lord of your 8th house, so it's related to research. So anyone who wanted to make a career out of it, you will definitely find a success, you will easily get a new job. Okay, it's an amazing time for materialistic success, career wise, wealth wise. And in family also, you will find someone is doing really great in their career, or they see upliftment or rise in their status. Okay, so overall, that will be a really amazing time because latest Sun will enter the Capricorn sign on 14th January, and later Mercury will enter Capricorn sign on 24th January. So together, when they will be there in the Capricorn sign, third house, that's the sign where these two making Buddhaditya Yoga will give you that willpower and strength to fight over your enemies, to win over competition, just because your willpower and strength will be very high. You will be very creative. If you are not creative, if you are not, skillful, especially, then maybe you go for some skill development, or you may uh, even you might learn something, because third house is also about skill development. Okay, so Mercury also talks about learning. So together, after 24 January, you can go for some certification in courses. Short distance travel will be there, a lot of communication will be there. And anyone who want to win over any competition, third house has to be very strong. It's one of the upajay bhava also. Now, if I talk about Venus, Venus is lord of your seventh house and 12th house. It's a Markesh for Scorpio Lagna people. So it will be transiting from the fourth house with Saturn. Okay, Saturn is currently there in the Aquarius sign and making Sas Namak Rajyog. So in your family, you will definitely find peace and a lot of happiness. But maybe you spend a lot for your home life, for your comforts, and to do that you will have to sacrifice something, because ultimately it's a Markesh, it's a Marak lord. So Venus being a Marak lord, where you will have to put up your energy, time and money, then only you can get comfort in your home life. So ultimately this will be an amazing time, but mind it, it's the seventh house lord. Your spouse might dominate you in the home affairs at this time, especially for men, I'm saying that. And because Saturn is there in the fourth house, you can buy any property, do any real estate trading. That's amazing. And even your mother's health looks good and fine at this time. Your career also will move ahead, just because the aspect of Saturn is going towards the sixth house and 10th house. Now you will, your career will also see a lot of progress. And Rahu being in the fifth house and Ketu in the 11th house, if you were stuck and you were not seeing any progress in your education, you were not getting good marks, slowly and steadily you will be able to focus in your, in your education, in your intellect, in your studies, because fifth house shows that either your children are not focusing on their education, curricular activities, skills, creativity, and even it talks about you, and even it talks about your relationship is disturbed currently. You are not able to focus much on your relationship part. There are also some disturbance or separation kind of situation is there. And ultimately, if I talk about Mars, which is lord of your um, lagna and sixth house, which is aspecting your fourth house, so it is also giving that boost to your home life, and it is giving you that willpower to initiate something in your life, especially as a career or as a profession. Okay, or you can buy something as a property or vehicle. And this Mars will enter the Gemini sign on 21st January, and it will be retrograde in the 8th house. So this Mars will again aspect your 11th house, your second house, and third house. Third house aspect is really amazing, even the 11th house. So these two houses, when they will get aspect of Saturn, it will be the time when you can really start something, initiate something, maybe as a business, or you go for some higher education, or you go for some new career change. But ultimately your willpower will be super high. And when malefic planet goes into the trig bhava, 8th house, or aspect the upachaya bhavas, it's really amazing, okay, to give you the best of results. And even Jupiter, which is there in the 7th house retrograde with cheshtabal, it is giving you overall positivity in your life. Anyone who want to get married, or maybe in your family your elder sibling or younger sibling might get married, they see expansion in their life, whether be in career or in their family expansion. You will be very optimistic. Maybe you gain weight at this time. So this is overall a very good time for Scorpio Lagna people. As I see, you are going to progress a lot at this time. So this was all for Scorpio Lagna. Now we'll move on with the Sagittarius. For Sagittarius Lagna, your Lagna Lord, which is also your fourth house Lord, is currently transiting from the sixth house where it is retrograde. So it is giving Cheshta Bal, and because it's very strong. So somewhere it is affecting your 10th house, giving its aspect in the 10th house, 12th house, and even second house. So overall, it is helping you in your career. Maybe some kind of hurdles were initially there, but now it will slowly see progress, especially profession wise, and in your family life also. If someone was sick, or even you, if you were facing some money related issues, health related issues, now you will slowly and steadily, you will see a lot of progress over there. Finances are going to improve, your family life is going to improve, your career is slowly going to improve. If you were facing any health issue, you will find the right doctor. And definitely I see a lot of movements in your life, a lot of changes, a lot of expenditures, travels, these are definitely happening. And if not, but I would say whenever Mahadashantar Pitantar will fall in this time period till May, definitely these things will prosper, because Jupiter remains in one sign for 1 year, and in this 1 year you definitely face either Pratyantar of Jupiter or Antardasha of Jupiter. If not Mahadashantar Dasha, then definitely Pratyantar or Sushma Dasha. Now if I talk about your 7th and 10th house lord, which talks about your marriage life and your career, so it's will be transiting from the first house Sagittarius sign from 4th January till 24th January, which talks about that this Mercury together with the Sun, which is Lord of your ninth house, will make Buddhaditya Yoga in the first house, is the highly optimistic and really blissful time for Sagittarius Lagna people, because somewhere you will see luck is favoring you, your authorities, bosses are favoring you, some development is there in your marital life, business, career, profession. Your ego is boosting, everything is improving in your life. Slowly things will improve, just because this is the time when you will see, if the Mahadashant Pitantar is that of Sun or Mercury, that things are progressing. You are learning something, whatever in your marriage, in your profession, your luck is favoring. You might go for higher education if you're willing to. And this also talks about the dharmic yatra, okay? And even your father will also favor you. So it's a very optimistic time. So you can do some intellectual work for your business, career, profession, and mind, don't be so egoistic with your spouse. Especially later Sun will enter Capricorn sign on 14 January, while Mercury will enter Capricorn sign on 24 January. So together again they will conjunct in the second house. It's also amazing because Buddha Yoga in second house is also amazing, especially for all those people who want to see any kind of financial development in their career. Ultimately it is going, Mercury is going 5 places away from the 10th house, while it is going 8 places away from the 7th house. This is the time, and ninth house lord will be there. So if you are unmarried, you can find a right partner for you. Maybe someone who is in the similar career and profession, just because it's even your 10th house lord. Okay, so your father, your family will also support you for that. So it's an amazing time. You can do that, especially after 24th January. As I said, if you are unmarried, you can find a right partner, you can get married. Okay, and later, if I see Mars is Lord of your fifth house and your 12th house Lord, and it is currently debilitated and retrograde in the eighth house. So it is more so ever behaving like an exalted Mars. This Mars is giving its fourth aspect on 11th house, seventh aspect on second house, and eighth aspect on the third house, where Saturn and Venus are there. So till the time Mars is there in the eighth house till 21st January, definitely Upajay bhavs are getting activated, the third, 11th, and any malefic planet sitting in the Krur bhav, Trik bhav, like eighth house, they definitely do really good over here. Amazing. You will be able to use your willpower and strength to initiate something in your life. You will do some kind of skill development, and that is skill development will require a lot of research work. So you can do amazing over there. Someone who is surgeon, R&D, data science, data analyst, even writer who delve deep to understand anything, like writing a lot of documents or paperwork. So there you can do amazing. You can do really good in trading and any kind of lottery or gambling also. This is amazing now, because ultimately 11th house talks about your desire fulfillment. It will help you over there. And um, and mind it, just because Mars is aspecting your second house, you might start eating a lot of junk food, and because of that, you can even be blunt with your family, okay, at this time. So you have to mind that. You have to mind your tongue, especially while you are eating anything or you are speaking anything. So be aware of it, else everything looks fine. It will help you initiate something. Ultimately, it is giving a progress to Saturn, eighth aspect, and this Mars will then enter the Gemini sign on 21st January, where it will be retrograde. So here it is a time when someone who wants to uh, get married to their love partner, you can definitely get married, because the fifth house lord is uh, getting get going into the seventh house, while the seventh house lord will be there in the second house. So that means your family will also favor you in your love marriage. And from here, Mars will aspect your 10th house, your first house and second house. So definitely it's the time to do something in your career. Your career will boost. And if you are married, there some troubles can come, but if you're unmarried, you can settle down at this time, to either to your love partner or in an arranged marriage. If I talk about Saturn, which is lord of your second house and third house, it's there in the third house in the Aquarius sign with Venus. Venus is lord of your sixth house and 11th house. So definitely it's a good time for you all to look into your financial matters. And for financial matters, and you want to do something for your family business or finance or family, you need to compete with the world. And how you want to you will be able to compete with the world by developing your skills. So ultimately it is talking about you need to initiate, you need to put your willpower in developing your skills, and with that development you will see lot of progress, because ultimately Saturn is there in the Upachaya Bhava, third house, with Venus. Venus is lord of your sixth and your 11th house. All are Upachaya bhavas. Upachaya bhavas, when they are very strong and you have that willpower strength to compete with the world, you get financial success. So it is talking about financial success, but you need to develop your skill, you need to compete with the world, you have to be very disciplined, then only you will get that. Because ultimately Upachaya bhav work very good if you are disciplined and you're very serious and hardworking. Okay, so ultimately it is looking for overall success at this time. And anyone who wants to get consultation, please contact me. Thank you so much.